You just got the email, the promotion came through, or the big client finally signed. But then, almost immediately, your internal system glitches. A quiet voice leans in and says, "They don't know yet. They think you're better than you are, and they are going to find out." In 1978, psychologists Pauline Rose Clance and Clance Imes documented a specific psychological glitch among high achievers. They named it the impostor-phenomenon, identifying it in people with degrees and real awards who remained absolutely convinced they had fooled everyone around them. The mechanism operates as a broken internal accounting system. When something goes wrong on a project, you immediately absorb the loss, logging it as a deep personal flaw. But when something goes right, you refuse the win. You assign the success to good timing, a low bar, or simple luck. This flowchart shows exactly how that accounting error plays out. Negative inputs drop straight into your permanent record, while legitimate successes are mechanically diverted into the trash. You wonder why your internal ledger always shows you in the red, but the system is rigged. To see this glitch operate in real time, consider a senior analyst named Dana. 6 years of strong reviews, recently promoted to lead her team. But the moment a new task lands on her desk, an automated sequence kicks in. The new task causes an immediate anxiety spike. Dana's brain forces her down one of two paths. She either massively overprepares, rehearsing a presentation 11 times, or she freezes, procrastinating until the pressure forces a dangerous last-minute sprint. Notice how in this logic loop, the project inevitably ships and succeeds, but the win is immediately discounted. Dana's brain concludes she only survived because she exhausted herself over preparing, or rode a wave of adrenaline, never because she is actually competent. As the cycle repeats, the cruelest detail emerges. Objective success does not cure the feeling. When Dana earned her promotion, it actually made the anxiety worse. A higher title just means a higher ledge to fall from and a louder room to be exposed in. For high achievers, external evidence of success literally feeds the glitch. Every glowing review and closed deal tightens the coil, making it mathematically impossible to escape the imposter feeling through hard work alone. This diagram represents an open-plan office, roughly 62. Research clearly tracks how moderate to intense imposter feelings correlate step by step with an elevated risk of deep burnout, poor sleep, and psychological depletion. The modern office is running on a massive, invisible deficit of well-being. And logically, a workforce heavily populated by anxious, exhausted professionals convinced they are frauds should result in terrible job performance. If you spend every day terrified of being exposed as incompetent, you would naturally expect that fear to make you timid, hesitant, and highly ineffective at work. To test that assumption, MIT researcher Basima Tewfik followed employees at an aggressive investment management firm. This is the exact type of high-stakes environment where internal self-doubt should completely sink employee ratings. When Tewfik checked the supervisor's evaluations 2 months later, the employees with higher imposter thoughts were not rated as less productive. Surprisingly, their bosses rated them as significantly more interpersonally effective. She validated this anomaly with a second study inside a physician training program. The doctors in training who carried high imposter feelings received the absolute highest patient ratings for their empathy, making eye contact, and active listening. There is a precise mechanical reason for this. The secret worry that you are inadequate strips away your ego. It forces your attention outward. You obsessively scan the room, checking cues, desperate to ensure you are serving the other person well. The very glitch causing you severe internal distress is the exact same engine quietly turning you into the most observant, trusted, and empathetic colleague in the room. The interpersonal benefits found at MIT suggest we can reframe the feeling. The insecurity that pulls your attention outward acts as a mechanism to ensure you are doing right by the people around you. This inner scanning for cues is what turns a miserable internal feeling into a real external strength. The first override is learning to read the signal correctly. When the fraud voice arrives at your desk, it is a neutral indicator that you are at the edge of your comfort zone, actively stretching and growing. The second intervention is fixing the ledger. Look at this physical notebook. When a win lands, write down the exact choice or action you took to secure it. By firmly crossing out the word luck, you manually force the system to accept positive data. This physical ledger is necessary because the imposter phenomenon is a memory thief. It excels at sweeping away positive evidence overnight. Forcing the data onto a page physically prevents the glitch from quietly deleting it. Finally, this system thrives in total isolation. By breaking the silence and sharing the feeling with accomplished peers, you achieve social belonging. This is the most reliable, tested way to drain the power completely out of the glitch. The fraud feeling is a stubborn attribution glitch. You've been pinning your failures on yourself and your wins on the wind. The person everyone else sees and the person you actually are have likely been the same person all along.